Good afternoon and welcome to Boston Asian Radio and TV English Daily News Today. I am your host, Lei. Here's a look at the top stories making headlines today. The story behind the cheater car seen driving around Boston. Boston launches effort to expand contract opportunities for minority businesses. Boston man arrested in fatal stabbing of elderly man. MBTA fully reopens red line, lifts speed restrictions in affected area. Boston braces for a new reality of more serious flooding. The story behind the cheater car seen driving around Boston. The car, designed to look like a toy car, is the creation of a local artist named Robert Nilsson. Nilsson, who was inspired by the idea of bringing joy and laughter to people's lives, transformed his Hyundai into this attention-grabbing art piece. You've more than likely seen it parked in front of Boston University campus buildings, outside of a Target, or driving around Allston. On the driver's side of a Subaru Legacy are the words CH3ATER in blood red, with more paint splattered across the vehicle and caution tape wrapped around the front bumper. The car features exaggerated, whimsical proportions, oversized, toy-like wheels. It also includes a humorous license plate that reads CHEETR. The car has become a local sensation, with many people snapping photos and sharing their encounters with the cheater car on social media. Boston launches effort to expand contract opportunities for minority businesses. The city of Boston is taking steps to broaden contract opportunities for minority-owned businesses. In a recent effort, Boston officials unveiled a new initiative aimed at addressing disparities in the city's contracting processes. This initiative comes in response to the long-standing issue of minority-owned businesses having limited access to government contracts. The plan involves establishing a more equitable system for awarding contracts, allowing more diverse businesses to participate in city projects. Under the initiative, Boston will implement new policies and strategies, including mentorship programs, to help minority-owned businesses grow and succeed. Additionally, there will be an emphasis on transparency and accountability in the contract awarding process to ensure that it is fair and equitable for all businesses. Boston man arrested in fatal stabbing of elderly man. A Boston man has been arrested in connection with the fatal stabbing of an elderly man. Authorities took the suspect into custody following the tragic incident. Mark Scott, 29, was arrested Sunday for allegedly stabbing 78-year-old Jean Cassius of Mattapan to death, police said in a press release. Officers responded to reports of a person stabbed at 18 Rugby Road on October 19 and found Cassius with life-threatening wounds, police said. Cassius was transported to the hospital, where he was pronounced dead, police said. Police arrested Scott in the area of 131 Tremont Street on Sunday, police said. He is expected to be arraigned in court on Monday. Upon conducting their inquiry, authorities identified and apprehended a Boston man suspected of being involved in the fatal stabbing. The suspect was taken into custody for questioning and will likely face charges related to the crime. MBTA fully reopens red line, lifts speed restrictions in affected area. The Massachusetts Bay Transportation Authority, MBTA, has fully reopened the red line and lifted speed restrictions in the affected area. The MBTA announced that the red line service has been fully restored and that speed restrictions that were previously in place have been lifted. This development comes after earlier disruptions in red line service due to a series of safety concerns, which led to the implementation of speed restrictions and temporary service adjustments. These concerns were addressed through infrastructure improvements and safety measures. Shuttles buses were replacing rail service on the Ashmont branch between JFK/UMass and Ashmont stations, and on the Mattapan line between Ashmont and Mattapan stations since October 14. The MBTA said Monday that it had successfully completed critical track work and resumed full service. Boston braces for a new reality of more serious flooding. Boston is preparing for a new reality of more serious flooding as the city faces increasing threats from rising sea levels and climate change. The city is taking various measures to address this growing challenge. To address this issue, Boston is implementing a comprehensive strategy that includes infrastructure improvements, elevated waterfront developments, and updated building codes. The city is also working on creating more resilient neighborhoods and developing protective barriers to mitigate flooding. The Climate Ready Boston initiative, launched by the city, aims to prepare Boston for the future by addressing climate change and its impacts, particularly flooding. This initiative is driven by the understanding that the city needs to adapt and become more resilient to the new reality of more severe flooding events. Stay tuned for more updates on Boston news as it develops.